So OM System are bringing out a new camera. It's the TG-7 Tough. And this is an interesting camera. This is definitely something that it's got a specific use case, right? If you're familiar with the Tough range of cameras, they are absolutely kind of adventurers cameras. And that's certainly the case here. This is designed to withstand an enormous amount of punishment, really. Waterproof, shockproof. You know, you could drop this, you could stand on this, up to a point, and it's going to be basically fine. You can really feel that when you actually handle the camera. This is absolutely designed to be taken out on some, big adventures. Whether you're going, let's say you're going water skiing, you could take this camera with you. If you're going hiking, but it might be crazy weather or something like that, you can take this camera with you. You're talking shockproof to 2.1 meters, freeze-proof to -10 degrees, waterproof to 15 meters. I mean, that's pretty good. Crush-proof to 100 kilograms. That means that I could stand on this and it should be fine. In terms of image quality, you've got 12 megapixels to play around with. Now, that's not the highest resolution out there, but it's not trying to be. This is a very specific kind of camera, and it's still enough to get some nice images. You've also got a nice f2 lens, which is going to let loads of light in, which is fantastic. And you can shoot in RAW as well if you want to edit those photos later and have more data to play around with. Now, the camera has lots of different ways to shoot as well, so not just your standard kind of point and shoot sort of stuff. You can do interval shooting, which is really nice to see on a camera like this. I think that's perfect actually on a camera like this, to be able to go and do time lapses actually with the camera and just set it up in camera. You can do macro shooting. There's actually 4 different macro modes available, which makes macro shooting very easy and straightforward, including things like focus bracketing in camera. It means you can shoot up to 1 centimeter in front of the lens. Of course, underwater photography is going to be big with a camera like this. You don't need anything to go around it to be able to shoot underwater down to 15 meters. That means you can dive with this. And you've got various underwater special modes as well, like HDR, macro, wide. There's a nice big variety. All the scene modes that you've seen before on the Tough cameras are here again, but you've also got new construction modes, which is something that I had not thought about, but makes perfect sense for a camera like this. This camera would be perfect for construction zones and construction scenes because, of course, it's very durable. So it's going to be around, hazardous situations, perfect for that. And you've now got these new construction scene modes, which just make it easier to shoot in construction zones. So whether it's removing dust or shooting in the dark, stuff like that, super useful. Video as well, you can shoot 4K 30 frames a second, Full HD 120, which is nice. You get some nice slow motion. You can even shoot standard definition if you really want very slow motion. That's 480 frames a second. So very, very slow, but again, it is in standard definition, but still, it's a nice option to have. And you can do vertical video actually in camera, which these days is very useful. A couple of other upgrades as well. We've got USB-C, which makes perfect sense now because everything is going USB-C and it means you only have to have the one cable, which I love. I love everything going USB-C. Love that. And then you've got a nice improved LCD screen on the back, which is, it's just Tough camera. It's in the name. It's literally in the name. But it really is very, you can feel it when you're using it. This is great. Like I say, this is not the camera for everyone. This is not the camera, for example, this isn't a camera that I would really find much use in, but that's partly because I'm a photographer who I'm always going to want to use a higher end mirrorless camera, but that's not what this camera's trying to be. It's not trying to appeal to me. It's trying to appeal to people going on more wild adventures or maybe wanting to use this on a construction zone. That'd be perfect. And things like that, where you can get good pictures from the camera, but if you drop this onto some rocks, you're not going to be as upset as if you drop your OM1, let's say, onto some rocks, which would be very upsetting. But if you drop this, no big deal. If you drop this into the sea, no big deal. You can just, unless you're on a boat, in which case I guess that is going to be a bit of a problem, literally just in terms of finding it. But if you drop your OM1 into some water, probably not going to be such a good time. You can check this out, all the spec, all the pricing, all the fun stuff by following the link down in the description. Go and check that out. Go and see what all that fun stuff is all about. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well because there's new stuff all the time. I'll see you next time. But until then, as always, thanks for watching.